And we're live. It worked. Oh, whew, you never know when you're starting these things. Hi, everyone. Oh, by the way, if my audio seems low, I'm turning it up. That might be better. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the chat, because I have no idea. Maybe a little more? Okay, sorry about that. Well, just let me know. Just let me know. Hi. We're starting a little bit early because Maxine was very generous and donated a bunch of memberships, and I have, actually that leads me very nicely into a thing I wanted to talk about, which is, last time I did the stream, I think it was last time, I was saying, man, I should figure out how to get gifted memberships to trigger the train of truth, which you may remember as being this thing. You can kind of see the track today. But I was unable to figure it out. I'm not sure if it's doable. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I don't know if I really want to pursue it because it might make everything else weird with how stuff is set up. So I've just made it more obnoxious. It makes noise. It does a little blue or whatever noise. I don't remember what noise it makes because I try not to pay attention to it. But it's very distracting, so I made it worse. I hope that is better, although I still don't know if it will trigger if a membership is gifted. It will trigger if someone becomes a member, but it might not work for gifted memberships. I don't know. I have no idea. But with that out of the way, we're going to look into it more. It's possible my software just needs an update, and we'll take that into account. I have no idea. So, ladies and gentlemen, some disclaimers. I almost couldn't find my feet pedals for a second. That's how I do this, if you don't know. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure my audio is okay. The first 10 minutes of the stream, which have started now, approximately, is me rambling while people join in and settle down, grab their popcorn, and just say hi to each other, and I get to say hi to all of you. That sort of thing. First 10 minutes. If you're watching this after the fact and you don't want to deal with that, skip ahead. Skip ahead. If you know what I'm talking about, Shrek musical. Shockingly good musical. Haven't seen it, but I've listened to some songs. I didn't hate it. Uh-oh, Shake Gifted Memberships. Is it going to work? Well, that didn't work. Who was that? Something happened. It's not doing the thing. We're going to fix that. Disclaimers, while I get very distracted by all of this. Shaytu, thank you so much for this. That's incredibly generous. I don't have apple juice tonight. We haven't even gotten to that disclaimer, but I have handcuffs. I'll flip for handcuffs for that, sure. Not behind my back, because last time I couldn't get them off. There's a joke to be made. I'm not going to make it. Where was I? Yeah, first 10 minutes, rambling. After that, it's going to continue to be rambling. We're going to be going over some videos that I found. I have not watched them, but the titles seem interesting. So when I say that, whatever the title of this, what did I name it? I don't remember. Some weird body cam, whatever I named it. I think it's going to be interesting. I cannot confirm it's going to be interesting. We'll try to have fun regardless. However, my fun and your fun may differ, so this may not be the stream for you if you don't want to watch me interrupt the video every, oh my gosh, too much, and provide educational commentary and entertainment, and then get distracted by stories and the chat. It's a mess. I like it. Some of the chat likes it. You may not like it. If you've not experienced this before, buckle in. It's a weird one, because it's just sort of stream of consciousness stuff. It's not a scripted video. It worked! Subear, welcome to the membership. Okay, so it works if you become a member. It does not work if you're gifted a membership. I might be able to do something about that. And we're going to look into that right now while I ramble. Disclaimers. If you're feeling very generous with donations, and I'm not saying you should donate, please don't if you don't want to, or if it's going to cause any financial hardship in any way, please do not. It's just that sometimes people donate very generously. I'm like, man, I should reward them for that. So $20 or more gets you a coin flip. It'll also trigger the train of truth. I'll show you the train of truth. Train of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, and back. Did I go too far? No. All right. Train of Truth has a little envelope on it. If you ask a question in the tip note, the Train of Truth will provide an answer. It might not be a good answer, it might not be a correct answer, but there will be an answer. I will read it out to you. so far, people don't generally take me up on that. I think they forget that they can do that. You don't have to, but you can. I feel like that might be all the disclaimers for tonight. I do want to reiterate, there's going to be a lot of stopping and starting. But let me see if I can do a thing. We have hold on. It's about to get very obnoxious. Bear with me. Can I make it do the thing? I don't know. I don't know what, I don't want to, tell you what I'm trying to do. Come on. Come on. Oh, we'll make it do that. You guys don't know what I'm doing. That's fine. Give me a sec. I'm making it obnoxious. I don't know what the... Sorry, no, stop. Stop. I'm sorry. No. Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. I was loud for me. I assume it was loud for you. We're going to go through some of these. No. Oh, that's going to annoy me a lot. Okay, that was kind of fun. Oh. Oh, yeah. No. No. Yeah. Jeez. That one's probably going to mess with me the most. Wait. That's the one. That's the one. It's going to do it every time. Oh, no. Oh, I hate that I've just done this. I'm going to be so mad at myself for this later. We can fix... Oh, you can't hear what I hear? Really? You hear nothing. Sorry, it was a lot. I was going through audio things that are... Wow, well, that's awkward and weird. Hi, everyone. Sorry that you experienced that along with me. You didn't, though. And that's what makes it awkward. Okay. You weren't hearing anything. All right, nobody's hearing anything. It's fine. You'll hear it if it happens again. Don't worry. Why wouldn't you have heard it? I mean, it's a good thing you didn't. Anyway, all right, nobody heard it. So Maxine, thanks so much. Shay2, thanks so much. I have a box from Shay2 that I'm probably going to be opening. Don't let me forget, ladies and gentlemen. And, yeah, you'll find... Look, if someone... I'm not telling you to, but if someone does, we got some coin flips for handcuffs. It is a head. Also, I found this, and last stream I was like, where is this? I don't know where it was. I just picked it up, and it was like, maybe it travels. It goes on walks. Train of Truth had it. Anyway. All right, everyone. Yeah, I know. You guys couldn't hear. All right. There's a delay. So, put on some of these. Do I have a key? It's going to be important in all of my props and toys here. Torture cuffs it is, because the key's here somewhere. It traded places with the coin. I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but I'm not so very lazy. All right, 9:39. Yeah. We're almost at 10. Well, we're technically it's kind of at 8 minutes because I started early, so don't mind me. Ooh, oh, what? No, come on. Whoa. Uh-oh, that's... I just made it worse. What is... Oh, goodness. What? Okay, I think I actually do need the key. Which is around here somewhere. Maybe. No, yes, no, yes, no. No. No, yo. Oh, well, I was distracted. Very clever. Yeah, I have it say things and insult you. How dare you donate your hard-earned money to me? Where the heck? I have so many spare keys. So many spare keys! And they just it's probably under this mat. Nope. Did it fall? If it did, I'll never find it. Well, we're going to puzzle our way through it. Thank you so much. Oh. Someone else triggered the train as well. Shay2, thank you so much, says, are you your parents' favorite child? I like to think so. I don't know if I am, but... Maybe? I don't know. Also, so thank you, Shay, of course, and thank you, Strokes Alter, as well. Train noises. Oh, sorry. That was for the Train of Truth. Train of Truth, do you have an answer to that? Oh boy, I have to bring you back out. Oh, no, wrong direction. All right. Train of Truth does have an answer. Oh, the Train of Truth thought that you were talking about the train and has answered as if the question was directed for the Train of Truth. I have it do accents. It's randomized. The Train of Truth believes that, yes, it is its parents' favorite child. I hope that's... I didn't say... I told you they probably weren't going to be good. It's very strange. All right. Train of Truth, get out of here. Back from whence you came. Is this the right direction? Is it? Yes. Come on. Thank you. Hi, folks. How did I even... Oh. No? Yes. Got it. It's so obnoxious. I love it. All right. James K., thank you for being a member 14 months. Says 14 months of loyal membership service. Is there an equivalent sustained service award? Shout out to Judy, Mav, 1911, Goldfish, Shay 2, Lise D, and Blue Bacon Friends. I assume that's what BB Friends means. Thank you so much. How very generous of you. Oh, another thing I wanted to bring up. There are some prowlers in my neighborhood, and they may have broken into a vehicle on my property. Not my vehicle. Don't worry about it. Not my insurance. Not great, though. So I may have invested in a paintball gun. And by may, I mean I did. I'm more of an airsoft guy, but you can't shoot pepper ball, out of an airsoft gun. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Not the ones I was looking at. Because you can't shoot somebody, and I don't think you should, for damage to your property. Not in Washington, anyway. I disagree with the idea that you should be able to do that. Only if it's in self-defense, and defending your property is generally not defending yourself, unless, of course, you are in that property and they are trying to get to you. But that's a whole different thing. So now I have more options. It's not going to be my first main go-to if something's going down. But if there's an incident, I respond with my firearm, and I realize this is not a firearm situation. However, it might be a paintball situation. I got options. And I'm very excited about them. And I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to shoot at... I do not... Sorry. Let me enunciate. I do not want to shoot at anybody, but I have the option. Why won't this work? Thieves prowling. Notice the chat and fix the issue. No sound effects on my end. I know exactly what happened. It's still doing my VR sound. God, the VR is such a mess. No. Yes? No. Sorry about that, folks. Let me test this right now.
What's going
That's not right. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. I see. Ah.
Yeah, it's already kind of warm, especially we're in.
All right. How am I doing, audio-wise? Sorry about that. How's my, is there a lot of background noise right now? Well, good thing I got to take this time to, there we go. Figure these bad boys out. All right, sounds good. Sorry about the, sorry. Train's not going off the tracks we talked about. It made me look, though. Well, technical difficulties are what makes it fun, as I figure out handcuffs. Torture cuffs, even. Oh. This is going to make the train shoots very difficult. I'll do it really quickly. Before someone takes it from... There's a delay. You won't get that donation out before I figure... Oh, boy, you might. I'm figuring out in my head if I need to reach for it. Hold on, practice. Ah, right. There's nothing that stops it from running off the end of the tracks. It's a problem that I should fix, but I kind of enjoy not fixing it because it's exciting and weird. All right.
Wearing all this armor.
It's kind of loud. I have it on a thing that's setting it's not supposed to be on.
So what's going on? You know these people?
Okay. All right. Anyway, we should probably get into this, shouldn't we? Probably. I saw it coming. Train Truth. Thank you. Who is your favorite mod?
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
Judy, you got this as a jerk.
Mod Pizza. Oh. If you know, you know. I'm gonna... All right, man, that's back. Thank you so much, Judy. Oh, let's see if I can get it with my foot. I made a terrible mistake. I nailed it. All right. Got it. Yeah, you get... Oh, you get all the sound effects at once now? Oh, boy. I hope not. Yeah, that was happening. If you didn't hear that before, give me another one. All right, I figured out the audio. It's fine. We're going to get into a video. The interesting one. Then we're going to get into whatever the heck we want. It's called Polygamous Cult Prophet Caught Towing Underage Girls in Trailer. Full body cams from Law and Crime Network. Published 5 months ago. I was just like, I haven't seen it, but I want to review it live. And here we are. I still have not seen it. Let's get into it. Boop.
What's going on today?
Again, let me know audio issues. Also, a lot of starting and stopping. Just reminding you.
Yeah, it's already kind of warm, especially wearing all this armor. So what's going on? You know these people over here?
No.
Okay. Are you just kind of watching the ship?
I'm trying to figure this body camera. I think it's maybe one of the glasses ones on like the safety glasses. I love the idea of having police wear safety glasses because like That's actually super important. In basic training, you have to wear eye protection, like all the time. I think the entirety of basic training, that's how you spot someone who's in basic training. And I went through OSUT, so there's like technical differences, but same thing. One station unit training, it sort of takes AIT and basic and smushes them together, but you go through the same training. It's just you don't go to separate basic and separate AIT. It's a whole, I don't really know how to explain it, because I don't know what it's like not to go through that. But functionally, it's the same for the purpose of this discussion. And you wear iPro, and we were told that the reason is because you get real tired in basic training. You're being really heavily worked. You're going through, so many slideshows. Good God. You learn a lot. I mean, that's great. But you get tired, and the last thing you want is to be holding a pen or a pencil, and then you fall asleep onto your eyeball. The instructor, it was like day 3, told us that had in fact happened, and that was the cause of the eye pro. I don't know if that's true, but having eye protection, great stuff. Looks kind of dumb, I know, but good stuff. And you can get ones that have the camera on it, or it's just clipped to his hat. I don't actually know that it would be, because you can see most of the brim. The problem with the hat is that the brim is obstructing a small portion of the video, but still, you know how I feel about, or maybe you don't. You'll know now. I don't like the video being obstructed in any way by the officer's clothing. I think that's a very avoidable thing. But, bleh, Anyway, my ramble.
Yo?
Yeah, I've previous silent witness chairman, and so I'm always curious about what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little traffic stop thing. They're just trying to sort through
Trying
something.
to figure out his hat.
A lot of response.
Well, it was just kind of a multi-jurisdictional thing, and just kind of came out across a bunch of different areas. So that's all. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out
Sorry, I'm
what's
just
going
checking.
on. So you don't know any of these people, though?
Yeah, but I'm a little hard of hearing, I'm sorry.
You don't know any of these people, though?
No.
Hey, Jake,
I
wait.
have no idea.
Okay. Well, cool. Yeah, it looks like they're probably wrapping up what's going on right now.
Hold up.
Okay.
There's a bit of a response. Woo! Look at all that. Heck yeah. All right, moving on.
Well, cool. Yeah, it looks like they're probably wrapping up what's going on right now. So, what's your name, sir?
Yeah,
Sir, what's your first name?
just curious and nosy.
What's your first name?
Carl.
Carl? I'm Ryan. Well, it's nice to meet you, Carl. So you used to do silent witness, you said?
Yeah, I used to, up until about 2 years ago, I was the chairman of silent witness, so we usually found out later what was going on.
Okay. Well, cool.
Only nosy, that's all. Just nosy.
Yeah, this ain't much, and it's definitely not anything that affects the security of Flagstaff. So.
Well, you say it's not much, but the video title seems to indicate otherwise. I have no idea who this guy is or what his relation to the situation is. I don't know if that police response was to the girls in the trailer, or if it's about to be a response to this guy. If you're wanting to the chat, me too. I should stop interrupting, though, so we can find out.
So, I think we're good. Thanks, sir.
Take care. Have a good day.
Wait, okay, I know. Pausing, I know. Nacho Friend says, Nacho's top tip, put an endangered plant on top of any bodies or body parts. That's probably not going to work. Not if they have cadaver dogs. If a cadaver dog hits on an endangered plant, that best case scenario, they carefully remove the plant. Worst case scenario, they do not care, because they're probably not going to know what the endangered plants are, unless they're environmental patrol or have training in that field. Now, on Joint Base Lewis McCord, we do have environmental police, because there are a lot of endangered plants and ants, like animals. I think there might be like a bird or two, but ants. There are endangered ants. And so we have our own environmental patrol to make sure people aren't messing with it. So in that situation, because they were right there, they probably would be mobilized to a situation that was out in like a training environment, in the field environment, that had endangered species. But if it's like just in your garden, yeah, that's probably not gonna stop them. I like the idea, though. Poison ivy or sumac instead. I don't know how it would affect a dog. If a dog sniffs... sorry, let me show you what I'm... Oh, hold on. Distractions. If the dog still hits on it, they'll deal with it appropriately. But we have... I assume this is the trailer with the underage girls, and this would be the driver. We have Flagstaff police, hand on the weapon. This isn't just like resting on the weapon, because sometimes you get lazy and use it as an armrest, and you really kind of shouldn't. Just like you shouldn't put your hands in your vest and use that. That's what I would do. You shouldn't. It's not correct, if that makes sense. Because cans get stuck where you're going for your weapon if you have to, or some people think it looks unprofessional. But when it's 5 degrees out in the middle of January, cut me some slack, Jack. You know what I'm saying? All right, bear with me. I have messages to check to make sure people aren't telling me things I need to know during the stream, and we're back into it. I also don't have any audio. Oh, no audio for 30 seconds. Cool, got it. It says it right here. Veronica, are there not many closed trailers in Arizona? Okay, we're stopping. I'm not super fond of his approach. If I were to do this, I'd probably stage up here. Well, actually, I'd stage here. I'd probably start here and walk here. He's kind of far out, so if there was an incident where the driver or someone else in the vehicle decided to turn and fire on him, he's in a bad position. You want to be, what is this, C-pillar? You want to be here because it's really hard to get a shot off on someone who's staying there. It gives you a little bit of time. It gives you maybe not cover, but certainly some concealment, and you can drop down, scurry back behind the vehicle. He's not really that wrong. I don't know what the situation is. They may have it covered from multiple angles. I'm just a thought. Oh, I see. I thought you're like, people rarely close their trailers. Like a thing that happens in Arizona. I didn't even think of it. I forgot it was people. Yeah, a closed trailer in hot Arizona. This was August 28th. Yeah, it'd be hot in Arizona August 28th. Yeah, closed trailer in August. Oh. That alone, even if it wasn't illegal to transport people like this, even if like they were there willingly, there's still potentially an issue of like they're not properly secured in a moving vehicle. I mean, legally, would this be considered? I mean, it's moving. It's not technically a vehicle. It'd be like a vehicle accessory. I don't know, there may be a statute that says if you're in a mobile contraption of some sort that is not self-powered, that is attached to something that is self-powered, you still have to be secured in such a way, or you cannot be in it at all. I mean, that would probably not be like a severe punishment compared to these people are in this trailer, and I don't know if they can leave from the inside. I don't know if this particular trailer has a latch, if it comes that way or is modified to be able to be open from the inside. I'm operating under the assumption that this may be... It could be like kidnapping and transport, or it could be just like, you're just... I see it happen with like Home Depot, where you got people like, hey, I'll come work for you. And you're like, all right, yeah, just hop in the trailer and have room in the cab of my truck. That sort of thing. So I'm trying not to jump to too many conclusions. Andrew says, so you're saying I wasn't supposed to ride in a trailer in basic? No. The cattle car, they put so many people in that it's basically each other's seatbelts. You're squished in so tight that you're not going anywhere. Perfectly safe. Nah. Yeah. I don't know if that's an actual thing here, though. That might be, I mean, that could be a state law. It could be a municipal code or ordinance or something for the county. Don't know. I don't live in Arizona. We're going to keep going, though. Given they're underage, would it be child abuse? It certainly could be. Depending on if they have water. Maybe they have something that keeps them cool. But it easily could be. All right. Hold on. Sorry. Things are happening and I'm not... All right. Officer draws his pistol. Did he already have it drawn? He did. And he goes to open the door. Door's locked. He holsters it for some reason. Unholsters it? We do have two deputies or something or other over here. And we got all sorts of people, jurisdiction on this. Why does he have a bunch of minors? Maybe they're going to the mine. All right. Yeah, the fact that there is a passenger in the back seat, I would not have approached that vehicle like that. Well, depending on the coverage, because there were some deputies, I believe deputies on the other side of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have all the details. Is there someone in the driver's seat?
Back here.
Let's get the trail seat done first.
There's no one else in the vehicle. There's no one in the bed of the truck. There's no one in the trailer.
Let's get everyone out of the
Come
car.
on out.
Everyone out of the car.
Asking about anyone in the trailer. All right. Who we got? The fact that their faces are blurred. I mean, that might not be a child.
Let's start taking them back to the cars.
Who said polygamy in the chat? Alana, the way they're dressed compels me, I would say, to agree with you that it may be that kind of situation.
You guys have IDs?
It's a pretty dark tint, yeah. Yo, yeah. No, see, that right there, generally, when you're looking through the inside of a vehicle door, the tint will appear lighter than when you're looking outside because of how tint works. I don't know. That's really dark. I don't know what the tint laws are in Arizona. You might be allowed to have whatever darkness you want. Well, no, that's the front door. That's not the back door. Yeah, that feels like that tint's definitely. I don't know what the amount is. I'm confident, though, that is unlawfully dark. Uh-oh, Mav's here. Oh, no. How's it going, Mav?
We're going to start heading back there.
Come with me. Come with me.
I'll come. Don't
Okay.
press.
Start walking back there.
Yeah.
They don't need to go in handcuffs. We just need to get them out of here.
It's fair. 'Cause they may be victims. You don't really know, or they may not be. You don't know, but if they're being
Go ahead,
cooperative,
come right here for me.
I assume that's the... Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm seeing. They're being cooperative, great. Also, you don't have enough handcuffs, probably. I'm guessing this is the driver, which it starts to make more sense that the officer approached the vehicle like that. If he had coverage and the driver wasn't still in there. Okay. All right. I'll allow it.
Go ahead, come right here for me. Come over by this car. Go ahead, stay right there for me. Go.
Yeah, this doesn't seem
Do me a
like
favor,
main.
keep your
If
hands
this
out
is
of your pockets
Mormons,
for me.
this isn't your standard Mormons. I would argue. I've had some friends who are Mormons. It was not like this. Not. I mean, maybe like on Sunday or whenever. I don't know. It's because some denominations of whatever worship on different days. On the religious day, maybe they would go to their religious whatever, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Right? That feels right. In clothing like this, I do not know. But this strikes me as odd.
All right.
Or unusual. I'll say that. Ooh, Jason. Part of Warren Jeff's group. I don't
You guys
really
have
know
names?
much about Warren Jeff. War and Peace, sure.
I'm Deputy Mitchell.
Sorry. Jokes.
You want to tell me your name, or just so I know I'm talking to you?
Hutterites.
Okay.
Ah, yes. That's the word I haven't seen in a while.
Hey, are you good to watch?
Goldfish, I agree with you about the Book of Mormon as an amazing musical.
This one in the dark blue.
Okay.
Still pulling people out of the vehicle, sounds like. Special Forces Mormons.
There's no one in the trailer.
Uh-oh. Hold up. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought those were handcuffs for a second. Or zip ties. 4 people already. I'm not sure there are shoes there. Looks like sandals maybe here. I don't know enough about the Mennonites and the other things. What am I looking for? I just lost the thing. No, wait. Amish and Hutterites. I don't really know all the details. I think I probably accidentally lumped them together a lot. Not on purpose, though. I just don't... I haven't really seen too many of them. Seen a couple. Not too many of them. Oh, boy. Here we go. See what I'm saying about the hat? That's a problem. I want to see the trailer. But I can't. Right now, do we see anything that looks like it would allow the trailer to be open from the inside? Oh, okay, definitely people in there saying, show me your hands or some alternative to that. Personally, if I had the manpower, I would definitely point a body camera towards the people who were not in that trailer to see what their reactions were. We caught a glimpse of it when he looked over, but it would have been really great from an investigation standpoint to watch their reaction or to have it documented. Maybe we'll see something about it. And I'm not saying like that should be priority. I'm just saying like if you have the extra cameras, if the officers and deputies here have cameras on, those are going to be the better cameras. The guy that we're seeing from the hat perspective, he could certainly keep an eye on these people and film it. Not necessary, not something you would train, but having investigated things, not like this, but things. This is a situation where that's going to be important for the prosecution, if there is one. Hutterites do briskets make very good cheese. I mean, briskets? I could go for a brisket right now. Oh, it's getting weird. There we go. Yes. And they're filming this. Okay. Do they know? Do they not know about the trailer? Or, I mean, they could be filming to be like, hey, we're making sure the police are doing the right thing. But, like, maybe the police aren't the...
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
Sergeant. Low-speed belly drag is a jerk. I forget what this does, but it should be fun. Do we have apple juice tonight? Also, what's the largest number of people arrested you've been a part of?
It does so many things. I don't know if that was the Train Truth. I will answer... Sorry, Train Truth. I know. I have a little bit of apple juice. I'll take these off. Yeah, I'll take these off. For apple juice, yes. I could coin flip for that. Most people I've never been arrested. So I've never been like part of a group of people that was arrested, in case that was the question. But the most people I've ever arrested at one time, for one investigation, 8 over the course of maybe 3 to 6 months. And that, like, personally, or had them technically under arrest in my control. That was a drug charge. However, in one place, in one response, it would be less about like how many people did I bring to the PMO, the police station, provost marshal office, how many people I detained. There was I was not the only one there. There were a lot of MPs there. And it's kind of a fun story. I'm not going to tell the story. It's too long. And it's not really that important. But I would say probably around 12. It was there's a party going on in on-base housing on JBLM. We received a call that someone had flashed a firearm at the party. And so big response to that, because you're definitely not allowed to carry a firearm on post unless you are active duty military police, like on-duty military police, although there were some changes made to that. For the Marines, I don't know if they actually ever implemented them for the Army. So under my authority, definitely at least 10. I would say more than a dozen people were just like detained and not free to leave. I've never been in a situation where I had to like break out the zip cuffs. Generally because we were able to get enough people to a location at once. The most people I've ever been involved in, this was not my investigation, I was assisting. It was suicide in a bathroom by a civilian worker on post. And everyone within hearing range of the gunshot was pulled out of the building and documented to be contacted as witnesses. And so I was called in on my day off. It was a very interesting thing. It's the only dead body I've ever seen from 2 feet away. And they said, collect everyone's ID, and if they don't have it, get a credit card with a name on it. And then we say, all right, this name, come here. We hand it back, and we're going to document you and your contact information so that CID can contact you later about what you witnessed and the events leading up to it. That was easily at least 30 people. And like a stack of that many cards, just like, all right, But on a military installation, there's a lot of authority to do that sort of thing. Civilian side, you probably wouldn't have as much authority to actually hold 30 people there as witnesses, but because this is or was considered potentially related to a threat to the installation itself, 50 U.S.C. 797 kicks in, and probably other statutes, and oh boy, does a lot of authority get slapped around. So if that answers the question, great. If not, I've never been arrested. I've been, handcuffed for training and arrested for training. Never for real though. I'm too good. But I would say the most people I've ever had in one scene get handcuffs put on them that I was in charge of probably would have been domestic. Maybe 3, but multiple officers were there, and it wasn't like I was doing the arresting. It was more like take them, because I would have been an investigator at that time, and so I just sort of show up in a suit like this and go, stories, tell me what you, play a few mind games, go, okay, yeah, bring him in, or not, depending. So if that answers the question. Hitchbot, thank you so much, says, wait, the people who are trained to use weapons as part of their job aren't allowed to have weapons in the place where they work when off duty. You can have weapons, but if you live in the barracks, I know, distractions. If you live in the barracks, they have to be signed into the arms room by the armorer, and you have to sign that weapon out from the armorer. And you can't carry on base. Only off base. Unless very certain conditions apply. Very certain conditions. Very specific conditions. If you have a house because you are married, you can keep a firearm in your house. However, it has to be registered. Not everyone does that. I found a shotgun under a mattress. That was a good one. Was it domestic related? Yes, there was blood. Someone got cut. Not like stabbing, but either someone like punched a wall or glass or broke a vase or something. I remember there was blood, and we found a shotgun under the mattress. Ugh. Anyway. Don't remember the details, but I was surprised by the shotgun. But as far as, a firearm on base, there are very specific things. And part of the problem is, these people are trained to handle a firearm. So if they want to abuse it or misuse it, they're going to be pretty good at it. And there's not that much gun crime. There's very little gun crime on JBLM at the very least, which is where this story is coming from. So that's sort of why I'm basing it off. Other military installations might be different, but JBLM had very little gun crime. Not non-existent, but we also had... Oh, did we have SRT at the time? I want to say there was actually a period where we didn't have an SRT. Was that Special Response Team? Sort of like the Army SWAT. I might have the acronym wrong. I don't know. Regardless, all the MPs that are responding are also trained in like that stuff. So not that. I'm getting in my head now. Because there's like a lot of stuff I know that I don't know how much you guys know. And now it's just getting confusing. I will say this. There are certain limitations to how you can carry a firearm on installation. For a lot of reasons. The end. Peter says, even when we were on guard duty with weapons, we were not allowed ammo. Really? Because I know like the gate guards are issued ammo. Maybe not like a full 1,000 rounds, but... Yes. I'm sorry, I'm just checking the chat real quick. Don't mind me, just doing some chat checking. We're taking a break from this video real quick. Large amount of drugs I found. In one place, about that much marijuana. All right, I'll tell the story and then we'll keep moving on. It's a good story. All right, so there's a military installation in Germany that's basically just like a ski resort. It's great. I don't remember what it is. It's in the Alps. It's in the French-German Alps or something, or Bavarian Alps. Am I just a crazy person? It's one of the Alps. And I can't for the life of me remember what the name of this thing is. It's a very, very small installation. Technically, it's just like, we have a ski resort, and then we have some soldiers stationed at it, and Americans can come here. And, like, also Germans do, but they're, like, the resort. It's basically, what I'm saying is it's a resort that is staffed partially by military people. And then the Germans also have a resort to this particular, like, ski, snowboard area. And it's delightful. And we went there because there was an American that was working there. Because this is military property, technically. Don't know why. Don't know why the military owns this. But this particular instructor, who was a snowboard instructor, was going to the other instructors saying, "Hey, I got some weed. You want to buy some?" And they're like, "Wow, this is very inappropriate. We're teaching children here." No. And they reported it, and then we got involved. It was like 2 hours away. For whatever reason, it was under our area of, like, go respond to this. Again, I do not know why. But I know that we went. And we got a drug dog. And we took that drug dog. Well, we got a drug dog handler with a dog. And we escorted the handler to the staff quarters. And the dog just sniffed at every door. And oh no, what a shock. It responded positive, like dog paw. Anyway, to the door of the guy we suspected. So the hotel security manager opened the room, and the dog just like, "Nope, not today." Very overpowering smell of marijuana and oranges, because he was trying to use like an orange scented air freshener to cover the smell. Doesn't work. Just makes your room smell like oranges and marijuana. Does not cover the smell. You may be super, used to the smell of marijuana, and so you don't notice it. Very noticeable. And the dog just like wouldn't go in because it was just so overpowering. And eventually the dog did, and it was just hitting on everything. Like, all right, yeah, we found some marijuana. We're searching the entire room. Now this is like CID standard of searching, because I was not an agent. I was an investigator working with CID and their drug suppression team. And when you search, you go through everything. I'm talking like opening shampoo bottles and holding a flashlight underneath to see if there's anything hidden in the shampoo, level of like, we're checking everything. And so we find the marijuana. We contact the German Polizei, or the Kripo, I think is their drug team. Anyway, we contacted whoever we were supposed to contact in the area and said, "Yeah, we found drugs. You guys want to take over? Because you asked to take over. We found anything?" Like, "Oh, well, nine." They never want to. Even when they say they want to, they never want to. If you ever, I tell this all the time, it's great. If you ever watch Muppets Most Wanted, the one where they're in Europe, the French Interpol agent, I know it's a joke. I know it's a spoof and a parody of French Interpol. I promise you, that is 97%. You take out some of the jokes, it's 97% exactly like working with German Polizei. Very good at their jobs. But once their shift's over, it's over. Very fascinating stuff. It works for them, I guess. But it's very contradictory to how we were doing it. And we have very strict deadlines. Like, "Oh, well, the one person who can do this for you is on vacation for 4 weeks. The mandatory yearly vacation. Oh, they're also on their the medical time off that they are allotted and allowed for another 2 weeks. So this thing that you had to have to a prosecutor in 6 days, tell them it would be like a month and a week." And we're like, "Oh my God, so much paperwork now has to be done to explain this." So that the defense attorney doesn't just be like, "And they did it wrong, and the right to a speedy trial." And it's just like, my God. For them, I'm sure it works. I promise you, Muppets Most Wanted, the French Interpol agent, shockingly accurate to German Polizei. Very good at their jobs. But when it's not time to do their job, they do not do their job. Which, is that wrong? I don't know. You could have a lot of arguments back and forth. Not going to have that argument right now. So we contacted them like, oh, it's not, let us know when you have this amount. Oh, we found that amount very quickly. Called them back. Yeah, so we found that amount. Oh, Phil, double it. Yeah, we found that amount. 9, we need like another few, like 100 grams or ounces of whatever. And we're like, all right, here's a picture of the pile that we have. Like, oh, no, we want that. That's what we want. Like, yeah, they took him in and they said, you can either pay us $4,000 and we deport you, or you go to jail. And he goes, I will make some phone calls. I will have that money to you immediately. And that was the last I heard about it. Marijuana is not like a huge thing, right? Like, it's just, I don't really have a problem with marijuana, but like, if you know you're not supposed to do it, don't do it. Do I think marijuana should be legal? Well, okay, listen. Do I think it would make more sense for marijuana to be legal and beer not legal? Yeah, I technically do. I could be swayed, I'm sure, but technically, do I engage in the use of marijuana products? Absolutely not. I don't need to. If it becomes legal for me to do so, I might try it. It is not something that is terribly, that really excites me, you know? But yeah, I would say big old pile. And we had to sleep at the hotel. I mean, we had to. Oh, no. We had to sleep at this very nice resort. But very, very strong smell the entire night. Just like, God, the smell of this marijuana. Interesting fact, and I cannot confirm this, but I'm pretty sure. This would have been 2014, 2015. I believe they were filming Eddie the Eagle there at the time. Because there's a lot of, like, equipment, like film equipment being moved around, and there was some stuff being set up in this resort. And I asked the security manager, like, hey, what's going on there? And he goes, oh, they're filming a movie, like Hugh Jackman's here. And then when Eddie the Eagle came out, I'm like, Hugh Jackman in a movie about skiing? This must have been it. Is that it? I do not know. But he was around there somewhere. Did not meet him, unfortunately. It's fine. Not that he would have cared. It's like, hey, Hugh Jackman. So I'm here for a thing. He'd be like, oh, that's real nice, mate. Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry, you know how I get with stories. All right, we got people coming in. Faces blurred. All right. Oh yeah, that's definitely a child. That's. Oh boy.
Ma'am, just keep your hands out of your pockets for me, okay?
Fair. Yep. Good call. Yeah, and right back into the pocket.
I got this.
You guys have any?
Oh, she is giving him the stink eye. Do you see that? Oh, okay, we're going back.
I got this.
For. Oh, well, maybe she's looking off into the. You can't see. Hold on, sorry. Oh yeah, no, that looks. Look at that. That looks like a stink eye. Am I wrong? That looks like a stink eye. Like, lady, I don't think the officers are the ones who are wrong here.
Any other ID?
Veronica, me too. What's the train doing there? Hold on, I gotta get that train back. Got distracted by the stories. There are certain like trigger questions that will just get me rambling. Where's the train? There we go. Yeah. Off you get. Good enough. Thanks, train. Let me just. All right.
You don't have ID cards. How old are you? 14. How old are
14.
you? 11?
11.
12?
12?
How old are you? How old are you?
Do I have to say it's a good question? I like that question because technically, maybe not. If she's a juvenile, maybe not. I don't know what her involved. Is she the victim? Is she the subject? The subject, technically, no. You could make an argument that if she is the subject, she's detained, she's being arrested, whatever. Then yes, she would have to provide a date of birth, not necessarily an age. I know that, like, why wouldn't you cooperate? I get that, but you don't. If you don't have to, you don't have to, and I can't really fight you on that. I'm not surprised she did that. I think that was not the worst way to say, I don't want to tell you that information by any means. But I also love that this officer just went, All right, next person.
Stroke assaulter became a member.
Drug assaulter. Thank you. Becoming a member. Says, I am so happy to be part of the ADHD fueled rants and distractions. Nothing beats a 5-minute sidetrack. I bet it was more than 5 minutes. Was it? I feel like it must have been. It's fine. Yeah, if her face is not blurred, she's probably not a juvenile. I will say that. I think she's at least 18. And if these are like child brides, because I'm starting to feel that way, I wonder if she is complicit somehow, because she's technically not a child. But on the other hand, that's not evidence to prove that by any means. I mean, she could have been a child bride, and then she is now older. That is how age works. So, I don't hate her response. I definitely appreciate that the trooper, the deputy there, just went, all right, next. Didn't technically answer, but he technically doesn't have to, and she doesn't technically have to.
How old are you? You don't have to say, or you just following her?
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on.
You don't have to say, or you just following her?
I guess the person next to her, it was like, I also want to know if I have to say. Now, at that point, once it's starting to sort of catch on, you might be like, no, you don't have to. Because if the officer's not answering the question, I mean, it becomes pretty clear. And the more you rely on just not saying anything, the more it's going to feel like you are being deceptive towards these women, and the less they will trust you. And so, yeah, after the second person, personally, I would have probably been like, no, you don't. Because if you continue to ask people and they continue to ask, like, do I have to? You continue to not answer, the trust goes down. And you want that trust to be there because rapport building. Jasmine, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Says, oh, whoa, distraction. Well, I got you there because I got this fixed. Oh, whoa. No, I didn't. It was working. Oh, that's so awkward and annoying.
Jassa became a member.
Well, I did the voice anyway, so I'm doing this. It was working. I confirmed this. It was working. Why is it now not working? No. Test. It'd be really awkward if it was working this entire time and I just can't hear it. Boop. Nope. I promise you it was working. That's obnoxious. Okay. God. Stay Sweet is about the Warren Jeffs Arizona cult. I should check that. Do the colors mean something? That's an interesting question. That I don't know. Shay 2 says, I've heard that they exchange, quote-unquote, girls with other groups to prevent too much inbreeding, since most communities are made up of just a few families. Interesting. I mean, technically, that makes sense. I dislike the whole situation. But, no gold fringe or anything. Anyway. Where was I?
Well, we're going to identify each and every one of you.
We're going to identify each and every one of you. All right, yeah, fair. Well, if that's the case, then they don't need to have to. They don't have to provide anything. I assume she's also not a juvenile. When you say, "Well, we're going to identify you anyway," like that's not necessarily a response that you think it is. I mean, this officer, or this deputy, is probably pretty emotionally just like, "Oh," because this is nuts, right? But if you're like, "Oh, we're going to get it anyway," cool. Then I'll wait, right? If you can get it anyway, and I don't have to provide it, then I'm not really. You're not really losing anything, are you? Just a little bit of time, but it's your job, not mine. If I were trying to be a jerk about it, I might say that. If I were indoctrinated into a cult, assuming that this was a cult, again, not really sure. It kind of feels that way, though. That feels like an appropriate answer. Technically, it's not the answer I would probably give, but I'm also not a member of a cult, to my knowledge. Not like a... Well, you can make arguments, but I digress.
Ma'am, can you keep your hand out of your pocket for me?
I
understand. It's just a safety thing.
Look at this. Right back in.
I understand. It's just a safety thing.
right, so he is filming the officer. That's fair. Yeah, film away. Not sure what's going on at the trailer, but
All right. I'm gonna have each one of you put your phones up on the vehicle here. Go ahead and put your phones up on the vehicle. Thank you.
Right?
Anyone, do you have a phone? Cell phone?
Hey, that's not right, is it?
Do you have a cell phone?
It's not with me.
Okay, not a problem. All right.
Do we have to, like, put them out there?
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, if they're about to be transported,
Right
you're
now, and I'm
going to
not
have to have your hands free.
Have a phone in front of me, okay?
Wait, hold on.
Right now, and I'm not going to have.
We have to, like, put them out there?
Yes, ma'am. We're doing an investigation right now, and I'm not going to have you have a phone in front of me.
Oh. That might be wrong. In fact, I would argue it is. Because, okay, here's the thing. If it's just like, yeah, I don't want you on your phones, I don't want you distracted, we're investigating, whatever, yeah, that makes sense. If these girls were to say, I'm filming you, and I have the right to do so, I don't know if Arizona technically... So a lot of people are like, you have the right to film anywhere in the United States. Well, not every federal district has ruled on that. It is presumed that, yes, any federal district will, to some degree, say yes if it comes up in court. There are limitations. Different states have different limitations, but like here in public, if okay, let's go back and forth. Officer says, I don't need a phone in my face while I'm doing the investigation. The girls say, we're filming this as part of the freedom of press, which they could argue. They don't have to be, journalists, employees, journalists. They don't have to be news media. They could say this is part of the freedom of the press because like this is affecting us and perhaps a large group of people. It has to do with law enforcement, which is we have the right to petition the government for redress of grievances. We have the right to document it. There are a lot of arguments they can make that would be appropriate. The deputy could counter with, okay, prop it up against the windshield so that it is filming then, but I don't want you to be distracted while we are investigating this. I had something in my brain. Or they could say, well, we're filming it and we'll give you the body cam footage and we won't charge you for it. It could be an option. Arizona did have something about filming within 8 feet. But I don't know. Yeah, this is what it was. If the filming obstructs the investigation, you can take certain actions. However, I don't think this would be obstructing the investigation, really. Oh, boy. Given the circumstances, I don't think that's necessarily going to hurt him. But that, I think, is the wrong thing for that deputy to have said, that trooper to have said. Yeah, they were detained. But you can argue in a traffic stop, person's detained, but they still can film a traffic stop. The deputy would have to argue, probably, depending on the case law in Arizona and different statutes, that the phones were actually obstructing the investigation in a meaningful way. Which is not easy to do given the manner in which those phones are being utilized to film down here, not in the way, not in the face, just here, just documenting. I disagree with what that trooper has said. 8 feet is on hold in Arizona. There, fair. It's been August 28th. I don't know how long it's been on hold for. So, J. Carr says, other reason here, they took the phones to separate them and talk to them. That, well, yes. Maybe. Yeah, Arizona has certain things that I'm not sure what they would have been at this time. So maybe the deputy is technically correct. I don't know if that would... If this came to court, and I don't know that it would, especially with the body cam footage in existence. But that's not... Just because there's body cam footage doesn't mean that you can't have anyone else record. There are a lot of things in play here that I would need to review. It's enough that it strikes me as like, oof, maybe no. Based on the reason he gave. Now, maybe there is a different reason he just didn't give it, and you could have an argument back and forth to sort of flesh that out exactly within limitations. Basically, I'll end it here because this is very complicated. I'm trying to sort it out in my brain because there's a lot of stuff that comes into play with that one statement. That's a complicated thing, and I would not advise that. Redshirt says Arizona in July it was signed into law a measure making it illegal to record video within 8 feet of where law enforcement activity is occurring. Yes, I think there was some sort of provision about like how if you were the person being detained, there was an alternative option, and I know that it was put on hold, and someone in the chat brought it up as well. So I don't know how long, because this was August 28th. That would certainly be long enough for that law to be challenged and suspended, at the very least temporarily, for review. So maybe that's an appropriate thing. But there's a good... If it wasn't Arizona, I would be a lot more weirded out. But it is Arizona. I know there are some things in Arizona. Anyway, sorry. It's a thing. I'll just say it's a thing. Anyway.
Okay? You'll have a right to get your stuff afterwards, okay? So...
J-Car says this was a FLDS group. The 13-year-old was being taken for marriage. Ooh. Is marriage... Can you get married at 13 in Arizona?
Shkar became a member.
Also, thanks for becoming a member. Or thanks for being a member for 9 months. Let's see. Age of marriage, Arizona. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da. While the requirements vary slightly from state to state, the legal age of consent to get married, according to Arizona marriage law, is 18 years old. If the person is 16 or 17, the consent of at least one legal parent or guardian is required. For those under 16 years old, the consent of a legal adult and the approval of a superior court judge is required. And Fiercely says they don't care about legalities. That's fair. They're transporting people in a trailer. That's fair. I just like to check. Married at 12. Aha. Why would you want well, okay. If you treat women like property, like objects, I can understand that. I like to treat women like people, and I don't think there's anything a 12-year-old girl offers that I really care about. And I don't mean that like in a gross, disgusting way. I mean, like, if I were to have a conversation with someone, I'd much rather have a conversation with someone who's 30, 40 years old than 12? What do we have in common? Nothing. Even though it was legal, and I don't think it should be by any means. No. Absolutely not. Matter. But if they're property, that doesn't matter. I assume. I mentally, you don't care about if you have things in common. I hate everything about this. Aeroscout, thanks so much for being a member. 14 months, my goodness. Something tells me they don't care about age of consent. It kind of feels that way, doesn't it? Yeah. J-Car says 3 men were arrested and convicted for this. They had multiple wives already. Gosh.
You put them there like I just asked you to. All right. So I got your ID, correct? Okay. You write your first name, middle name, last name, and your date of birth. Like I said, I need to identify.
Aeroscout became a member.
Thank you, Aeroscout, for being a member.
Just let you guys know if you provide false information, it can be charged. So.
It is true, however, that 11-year-old is definitely not getting charged with that. That is, I believe, below the age of culpability in Arizona. So, yeah. And once it's like murder, no one's touching it. Jassa says, you get them young so they don't know better. That's fair, and I hate it. Also, someone in the chat said this is the worst episode of Wife Swap ever, which is hilarious. In a terrible way. Goldfish, that was you, of course. Anyway.
We're just giving you a warning now, all right?
Mean mugging.
Your first name, your...
Skipping ahead. Wait.
Okay. Eating water or anything? You guys... Okay. We'll do water or anything? You guys... Okay.
It sounds like she said we need to just let us go. I don't know if you guys heard it.
We'll do that as soon as our investigation thing. You guys... Okay. We'll do that as soon as our investigation is done here. Okay?
It's a good response from the trooper.
Children are being transported in a vehicle. We're getting calls about hands sticking out of a vehicle, out of the trailer.
Yeah, that'll get you some calls.
So that is why we're contacting you guys, because it is unsafe for children to be riding in a trailer.
Catmandu asked how they're going to talk to the youngsters. That's a great question, because in many places, you would have to have parental consent to interrogate a minor. Interview one, not necessarily. I don't think this would actually amount to interrogation unless they are suspected of committing the crime. So you could talk to them, possibly, depending on how the state does it. But in this case, when the parental guardians are not fit to be the parental guardians, I believe you would contact some sort of child protective service program or similar program to facilitate that and act in the best interest of the child. Basically, assigning an attorney to the child to keep them safe. I don't believe I ever had to deal with that. We generally just do not interview children unless it's very, very important. And it a couple times it has come down to that. And there are a couple times I've done interrogation of children because the parents were mad that their kid was caught shoplifting, for example. And so the parents are in the room while I'm going over this, and the parents are like a lot scarier than I am. And generally that actually helps because they'll talk to me and they don't want to talk to the parents. And I have the authority to hush those parents down. It's gonna be like, no, I need you guys to calm down. Hey, please listen to me. Hey, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Stop yelling at your child. And the child's like, haha, this guy. It helps. Don't shoplift. Anyway.
They're not properly seatbelted, and we need to do an investigation and figure out.
I did call the seatbelt thing.
Okay?
I called improperly secured.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, isn't that legal in Arizona?
No, ma'am.
Probably not.
Will it go on my record? Like, will it harm my record?
Right
That's
now,
a good question, though.
We're just investigating.
Okay, you're not being charged with anything at the moment. You're not free to go because we are conducting an investigation.
What about him?
At this point, he's detained right now. I don't know.
Probably permanently.
Okay, I understand that, but like he said, once we do our investigation... Okay, I understand now. I don't know. He's detained right now. I don't know.
Snowy makes me mad? Something in the back? Sorry. See, this is why it would be nice to have the footage from that phone.
Point, he's detained right now. I don't know. Okay, I understand that, but
I'm
like
gonna do it
he
one
said,
more time
once
with
we
the
do
other
our
headphone
investigation,
in.
we can figure this out. Okay, I'm detained right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what she's saying. All right, anyway, we keep going.
But we just need you guys to give us your names and stuff.
No, ma'am.
No.
You're not going to decide the outcome of this. We will decide, and we'll let you know how everything's going to happen. Okay? Sound okay?
Oh, the mean mug. Yeah, she's starting to get worried now.
And,
It's a change in demeanor.
You have my
Oh, that really makes me mad. I guess that makes sense. I'm sorry. I got a bunch of I'll use this as an excuse. It's not my terrible hearing. No, it's the air conditioner it's being loud. That really makes me mad. It's a weird thing to say, but all right. I guess so. Hasidic Kaiju. I probably laughed at the name before. It's a very good name. What was it? I need a law enforcement perspective. Why don't cops use gags in mouths of rowdy people get arrested? Makes their talking stop. Can't spit or bite. Doesn't stop breathing. Stopping them from talking. They can talk. They can scream. They can yell. When they're in the back of a patrol car. You have spit socks, which are these sort of mesh bags that go over the head. So if you spit, it won't go through the mesh. But you have the right to yell to a degree. Jeff Hartz, thanks so much, says they shouldn't be using young girls for their own gain. They should wait until they're 18 to exploit them like the Kardashians do. Wasn't one of them 16 for a while? That's a spicy take, though. That is a spicy take. Reflections 007 says all the girls besides the 2 unblurred women were between 11 and 14. Disgusting. Oh, that's just... And people wonder why some police become aggressive. Because they deal with people like this. I'm not saying that you should get aggressive. You should be able to control yourself. And if you find yourself unable to control yourself, seek help. But it kind of makes sense a little bit. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it should be acceptable. But we can at least understand it. Well, okay, yeah, they were all 16 for a while. I just mean like when the show was being aired. I was thinking that.
Put your name below that line. First name, middle name, last name, date of birth. That's okay. We just need a full name for everyone.
Not soft sits. Well, I wouldn't say soft sits. I don't care for the Kardashians to be, me distracted. I know. But it's impressive what they've done, what they've accomplished with their show.
Are you able to write your first name and last name? All right, perfect.
Look at this. Lady, don't laugh. Like, oh, of course you... What do you think we are? Like, don't know. But how dare that trooper... be polite to a child who might be getting shipped out to get married. I don't. It's fine. It's fine.
I think we'll start a new page so you have a whole sheet to write on. There you go. No, Arizona state law says video recording us within 8 feet, I believe it is right now. Yeah. 8 feet of us is against the law now.
So I guess it was still active. That was what was throwing me for a loop. It is good to hear them actually cite that. I want to say there was something... maybe it was just for if you're in a vehicle. It doesn't count. We're Googling it. Because that was exactly the thing I was curious about. Arizona state law makes filming 8 feet illegal. That should do it. It should be enough. If the officer tells the person to stop and on private property, officer who decides someone's interfering, it is blocked. It is no longer something that can be enforced, but at the time it's entirely possible that it could have. I'm going to do a little bit of switching. Boop, 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 boop. That's from the ACLU. Sometimes they get it right. Contains 2 little exceptions to the 8-foot distance requirement for recording within a private and indoor place, a vehicle, or when you are the subject of the police interaction. Okay, yeah. So I don't have the actual statute in front of me. I don't know where it is. So yeah, if you are the subject, if you are the person being talked to by police, apparently that law no longer applies unless the officer determines that the filming actually interferes with what they were doing. I don't think the filming would have interfered. And if that person is the subject of the interaction, which they were, which all of them were, the only interference would be while they were writing. And so if they were like, I'm not going to put my phone down to write this, yes, you can make that argument. Other than that, I think that is potentially not having the exact statute in front of me, which, again, has been blocked and is not enforceable at this time, may have been at that time. I think that's an inappropriate use of that statute. But I don't know where it was blocked. I'm not trying to be like, these officers, like, this is a weird situation. Exact text. Let's see if we can find the exact text. This might be it. Bear with me. We're finding this out. I'm very curious. This is a situation that maybe not correct. All right. House bill. It's unlawful for a person to knowingly make a video recording of law enforcement activity. The person making the video recording is within 8 feet of where the person knows or reasonably should know that law enforcement activity is occurring. Either receives or has previously received a verbal warning from a law enforcement officer, that the person is prohibited from making a video recording of a law enforcement activity within 8 feet of the activity and continues to make a video recording of the law enforcement activity within 8 feet of the activity. So basically, if you're doing it within 8 feet and you are told not to do it, you have to stop. Or if you reasonably know some weird use of commas. I think and if you reasonably know. I don't know. Anyway, if you are told to stop and you are within 8 feet, you have to stop or move outside of 8 feet. Let's see. If the law enforcement activity is occurring in an enclosed structure that is on private property, this is not that. A person who is authorized to be on the private property may make a video recording of the activity from an adjacent room or area that is less than 8 feet away from where the activity is occurring, unless a law enforcement officer determines that the person is interfering in the law enforcement activity or that it is not safe to be in the area and orders the person to leave the area. And then we have Section B, which is notwithstanding Section A of this section, a person who is the subject of police contact may record the encounter if the person is not interfering with lawful police actions, including searching, handcuffing, or administering a field sobriety test. The occupants of a vehicle that is the subject of a police stop may record the encounter if the occupants are not interfering with lawful police actions. This section does not establish a right or authorize any person to make a video recording of law enforcement activities. Violation of this section is Class 3 misdemeanor, which is probably pretty low on the misdemeanor scale. And for the purposes of this section, law enforcement activity means any of the following. 1, questioning a suspicious person. 2, conducting an arrest, issuing a summons, or enforcing the law. 3, handling an emotionally disturbed or disorderly person who is exhibiting abnormal behavior. So that would apply. However, these people are the subject of the police contact, and so they should be able to record unless they are actually interfering. And I think it is, unless they are putting their name down, that phone is not interfering. If that officer's saying, I can't concentrate with the phone in my face, that raises a lot of additional questions. I would contend, I hate to do this, but to be fair, I would contend that this is an inappropriate application of that statute while the statute was in effect. And the injunction was on September 9th, so we can presume that it was active at this time. I still think that it was wrong. I hope that makes sense.
In Arizona. Yes, it is. Just passed by the governor's office.
Correct. It is new law. It was just passed. Excuse me, Veronica, yes, a federal judge did halt it. It appears they halted it in September, and this happened in August. So this would have happened before it was halted. So, sorry, let me take this music off. Anyway, you did miss the cuffs. Whiskey for you. Do you want? I'll put the cuffs back on. You guys have been nice. I'll put them back on. We'll give you some of that. Valerie asks, isn't there leeway in an officer's right to save a secure scene? Yes, but there are things, it's not absolute. Jeff Hartz, thank you so much, says, how do I have speed when Blue is talking tonight so I can understand him? I'm sorry. I'll slow down. I do that sometimes. Someone give him some apple juice to slow him down a bit this evening. That's fair. God, it's very loud. I don't know why that one's so loud. I'm so sorry about the volume of that. I can't tell how loud it is. I see a little bar. For the mixer, that one needs to be fixed. And I probably never will, because you know how I don't. I fix some things. All right, let's keep going.
Not for a juvenile.
They have to be properly strapped in.
Listen, whatever your people told you, probably incorrect about seatbelts. Okay. What? I can't hear you. All right. Skipping ahead.
And do we have a way to contact them all? Yes. You have the phone number? Yes. Give that to me? We'll get it in just a second, okay? I'll have you put your name as well. First, middle, last, date of birth.
Something about we don't have dads. This would make me think that she's married, unless I'm mishearing that, which is possible.
So, do me a favor.
What's that, J. Carr? What? Sorry, I can't hear you. Let me turn it on again. Noise warning in 3, 2, 1. All right, sorry. I'm just being a jerk now.
When I talk to you, I'll talk to you. When I talk to someone else, don't answer for them unless you are legal guardian of them and you have legal privilege to answer for them, okay? Thank you. Oh, they have no reason to be afraid of me. The only reason I've had to keep addressing you is because you keep stepping in, and I need to be able to talk to each and every one.
The deputy's not wrong. He's saying, don't answer for him. When I'm talking to you, I'll talk to you. But I'm not talking to you. Don't answer for them. And the reason I keep having to talk to you is because you keep answering for them. He's not wrong. I did it for you, Kisker. It was all for you.
Okay. Well, and what city or state was that in?
It was in Texas.
Okay. Well, you're in Flagstaff, Arizona right now. So what we will treat you, we're just trying to, we are just trying to figure this out right now, what is going on, okay?
Sounds like the FBI could have gotten involved because it would appear there might be some situations involving interstate commerce. Ooh, boy.
It's not normal practice for people to be transported in a trailer. Okay?
Correct. Right. Unless you're in the Army.
Let's go ahead and start separating. And let's get the juveniles, the adults separated versus the juveniles so they quit talking. Let me get those IDs and verify ages real quick.
Go.
Skipping forward. Boop, 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 boop. Wait. No, sorry. Boop, 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 boop. This is a horrifying incident, and it's very upsetting. Boop, 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 boop. Keeping things light and not super depressing to distract us all from this horrifying event. I don't know if there's going to be much more. That was a time. Wow. What a thing. We saw this very strange encounter. We discussed laws on filming police. and laws on transporting juveniles and marrying juveniles. I mean, it wasn't action-packed, but that was an interesting watch. Joshua says, well, they do feed the army meat not fit for human consumption, if I remember correctly. I've been very pleased with the army cooks and what they produced for me. I will tell you, JBLM, when I was there, the best defect on the installation was the jail. Not that we could just go eat there, but when we were getting chow for the field, if we're getting hot chow, which is always a nice thing, we would get it from the jail defect for 2 reasons. 1, that's where they told us to. No, 3 reasons. 1, that's where they told us to. 2, because it was the best one. And 3, because no one else was going there to get chow. It was great. It was good food. Was it Staff Sergeant First Class Rex? Real nice guy. But yeah, no, delicious. Good. I mean, not gourmet, but considering how much they produce, how much food these army cooks produce, the quality is shockingly good for the amount that they make. It's kind of nuts. I wouldn't want to be an army cook for a lot of reasons, but it's a lot. A lot of work, my understanding, and kudos to them. Honestly, just nothing bad to say. The coffee, though, I will tell you this, and I have this theory: army coffee is meant to wake you up twice. Once immediately with the taste, just the second time it wakes you up is when the caffeine hits. Very clever. Army coffee's terrible. Whenever you're in the field and there's coffee, no, it's not. It's water pretending to be coffee, or it's coffee beans pretending to be a liquid. There's no in between. It's hot garbage, but it will wake you up twice. And it works great. And now when I have coffee, people are like, you're just drinking it black? You're just like, listen. I've consumed truly horrific coffee. In comparison, just about any other coffee that's produced not by the army is going to be just fine. Just fine. You just got to lower your standards a little bit. It's too easy. Shelby, it was good to have you here. Oh! Ho! Hi, Welch. How's it going? No, we got torture cuffs today. But since I already have torture cuffs on, I suppose we could flip for some apple juice. I guess. I still have the last remaining drops to finish at my feet here. We'll see. I got stuff to do tonight, though, so I don't remember what it is that I'm supposed to do. No, yes, I do. I have to set a booby trap. Not a booby traps, because a car got...
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
No apple juice?
Car got broken into.
Welsh News Network is a jerk.
He's a jerk. Oui, oui. Yeah, a car on my property got broken into. It was not my car. But now I'm setting up a little tripwire that will make noise upon being tripped after this. I need to be functional for that. But first, a coin flip. Son of a gun. It is a heads. You can tell because that little white dot there. Let me get this out of the way. Oops. Thanks, Train Truth. Good to have you here. Let me just... And away you go. All right. Yeah, I think I got enough for one. Any of these clean? No. Which one's the least unclean? It's probably this one. Yeah, I don't think I'll die tonight. Probably be fine. Bear with me. Did it just go black for everybody else? Are you clean? I don't know. Alright, there's not much there. No! Ah! Almost ran out of time. That was the last of it. Oh no, it's supposed to be dark. That's part of the bit. Anyway. Alright. Whew. Yeah, no, you can't make booby traps. You're not allowed to make booby traps that are going to hurt people. But you can definitely make something that, you know, makes a sound if it goes. It's not technically a booby trap. It's a, I don't know what it would be called. It's a intruder detection system. Very basic stuff. We're talking like snares in the forest type stuff. But no, it's just this is the dark thing. This is it's supposed to be a little darker. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, it gets dark. Wait. Yeah. Ooh. All right, that's enough of that. Open the box. I could open the box. I did have another video. It's just top 4 funniest police moments. It was gonna look something like, oh, something did happen. Well, I guess that we're not gonna watch that because there's nothing there. But we do have a box from Shay 2, and I'll avoid putting an address on there. A bayonet, a legal bayonet. It's a very deep cut of a joke. I have drawn blood on myself with this by accident. I accidentally stabbed myself in the hand. It was very painful. This thing is not sharp. Yeah. Hunting, eh? Griff Guy knows what's up. Yes. Technically thread, but yes. You just keep. Oh no! What is this? How concerned should I be? What? What am I looking at, Shay? What am I looking at? Is this Elton John or what? Is that the bit? Is that what? Okay. Well, first of all, I love it. These aren't playing too well with the green screen. Let me take the. It's amazing. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at myself. Look at that. There's a little dangly bit there. Look at that. It's great. I love it. Sensor attached to a goat. Oh, that's so fun. All right, we got chin strap. We obviously need. I mean, we could go, but it's not the right strap for that. Oh. Okay. Listen. You remember how I said I don't do drugs earlier, and I'm not really interested in doing drugs? I will tell you right now, if I were interested and I were the kind of person that would engage in that sort of activity, it would be while wearing these bad boys, because, ooh, it's just like a kaleidoscope, but like almost something that you can function while looking through, or function with, I don't know, I'm very distracted. It's very fun. Hold on. If I trigger some lights, I do like this little strap here. It is Pride Month. Could wear this around. I feel like this would be appropriate for Pride Month. As an ally, of course. Apparently some people think that I am more than an ally. I hate to disappoint all of those people. Let me check. No. Yes. No. Do a little bit of a test. It didn't work. Oh, God, I can't see anything.
Is a jerk.
No. Sorry, wrong test.
Is a jerk.
What are you why are you still doing it?
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
I'm looking at my changing lights. Oh, that's fun.
Pikachu is a jerk.
It's just making up people now. I should just do a stream like this. Hi, guys. How's it going? Oh, boy. Yes. Now, if I took these off, if I can, presumably it might play a little better with the green screen. Oh, the yellow. No. But the glasses. They're so fun. In the Navy, yes, you can sail the 7 seas. Oh, there's more. All right. There's more. I was so distracted by this. What will my mother think? She sometimes watches this. She shouldn't. Hi, Mom. Don't watch my channel. You'll just be disappointed in me. I'm kidding. Oh, it's like a... This will be my scarf. I don't think it's meant to be a scarf. Maybe it is. I worry. Don't know what this is, but I worry. Arma 3! Oh, Andrew, yes. I haven't played Arma 3 in a good long time. Fun fact, we used Arma, like there's a version that's licensed to the Army for Arma. Okay, well, I'm putting this on. That I've used for convoy training. That was a lot of fun. Because I'd played the game. And it's basically the same thing, except it's like the actual names of things. Because there's a licensing issue. And that's why generally video games don't use the actual firearm and vehicle names. But the Army has like an officially licensed thing that they use Arma for, or they have a deal with Arma. I don't know how it works. But this is amazing. But yes, we used that, and oh yes, oh yes. All right, the scarf's coming off. The scarf. Oh, there's a note in the box. Yes, there is. It's tucked away under the bottom here. Do I read it? Do I dare? You put this on first. Yeah, I'm gonna get copyright claim if I play that, Griff Guy. In the Navy. All right. Well, I gotta tell you, this vest is amazing. All aboard the Weirdo Express. Nice. All right. Can I read? In general, with the glasses on, very, very difficult. Very difficult. Very hard. There it is. I missed the foot pedal. Oh God, this is very hard. Item 1, for on live stream when you just want to jazz it up a little. Item 2, when you're trying to solve an AI mystery and the wheels in your head need to stay in gear. I assume this is the jazz it up and this is the gears. This is so good because it's got the gears. Did it do it? There it is. It's got the gears. And I can't see a thing. It's not true. I can kind of see a... Oh, ooh. Who needs drugs when you have these? I'm sure people would argue that they do. And maybe. I don't know. It's for my sleep apnea. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, I definitely can't read the chat now. Oh, wait. Where is it? Where is it? Ooh. Very intense. Alright, that's enough. That's enough for that. Thank you so much, Shay2. Thank you. This is ridiculous. You guys are too nice to me. Okay, that's enough. Wow! That's not the right thing. That's enough of that. I think to jazz it up a little. Yes. All right, this is going in my hat rack. Well. It's gonna fall. I'll need to set something up. Yay. Ah. I do like this. I like them both a lot. Oh, there are more buttons. Let me just... Sequin vest. So good. I do not need some chaps. No. Disco ball one with the... Oh! Well, I won't be able to see it, but you will. No. Wait for it. There's no audio. Huh. There it is. This took a while. What even is this stream? I don't know. Woo! I know how to dance. I'm white. That's racist. Shame on any of you who laughed. Who did it? It was a test. Some of you failed. Some Griff Kai, you be careful now. You mind your business. Dance a party. All right. I might end it. I mean, we can't do better than that. I might end it here. Unfortunately, I will not be doing any Twitch tonight because I gotta go set up my not booby trap. I say not booby trap, it's not a booby trap. It's just some tin cans and string. Train Truth needs googly eyes and a glow stick. That would be hilarious. That I do love that. The missing village ally. Yeah, you'd like that, would you, Fart? Anyway, before I get out of here, do we need to activate the button? There's a delay. I'll wait because I feel like there's not a reason to. I just love that it exists. Bye, Grandma. I'll do it for you. We'll put it back on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We just ooh. Yeah. Allegedly Welsh. I have no proof to back that up. Well, thank you all for joining me. I'm getting a lot of yeses. We're gonna hit the button, ladies and gentlemen. Not because we have a reason. Well, I gotta unlock it. See if I can figure out how to do it. I really hope it works. Hey, it works! One more time. So good. I'm very happy with that. Oh, ooh. Anyway. And with that, I guess I'm out of here. We'll do some more strange police videos probably next time. Although, I will tell you, I solved the UFO mystery. I went through, God, hundreds of FBI documents that were released in, I want to say 2016. Read some books. Now that I have a little bit more breathing room in my life, well, I read some books. I read a book and went through bits of some military publications, and I solved the mystery. I think it was the precursor is well, no, because I want to make a video on it. I want to make a series on it because it's nuts. It's the origin of the term flying saucers. It's the reason Roswell, New Mexico, got any attention in the alien community. It's not Roswell, by the way. That one's solved. That's a whole conversation. It is the origin story of Men in Black. It's nuts. 2 Army, Air Force intelligence officers died. It's nuts. The one I solved was what led up to all of this. I believe I've solved. I'm 90% there. But I don't want to give it all away. Some people already know. But there's so much information, and we will learn more about it in the future. I've started to bring the Green River Killer stuff, the Hunting the Dead project, back up. We're not at full steam yet, but we are prepping to go out and venture forth and do that for realsies, hopefully this time. Oh, Biking Grandma, you beat you to it. There is a delay, though. That's still happening. We're going to try to do the filming of a lot of the searches this summer, and then get interviews as we can with the people we want to interview for that. So, yes. that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, you are wonderful. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you, Shay, for the shenanigans. We're gonna have fun with this. I'll find a good use, I'm sure. And with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, be good, stay safe.